So we recently did some work for one of our customers called Artisan Coffee Imports, and they're a Michigan-based, Ann Arbor-based company that imports coffee from Africa and then sells that to coffee roasters in the United States and North America. And that's run by Ruth Ann, and she's one of these bridge people that connects different groups of people, different places, different geographies. And Ruth is really an inspiration to us because of what we call the depth of her brand. And I'm going to ask her some questions here on Zoom and have her explain what her business is about and sort of what her brand is built on. And then we'll talk about that a little bit more with our coffee here. Hi, Ruth Ann.
Hi, I'm Ruth Ann Church, president of Artisan Coffee Imports. We import coffee from Rwanda and Ethiopia, primarily women-grown coffee, and our customers are across the United States, East Coast, West Coast, and quite a few here in Michigan. We are based in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We are Michigan's only green coffee importer, and we're very proud to be here.
And Ruth, can you talk a little bit about how your brand, how this direct connection to these farmers, and in some cases having a separate supply chain of women-grown coffee, how does that translate to value to your customers and their brands?
Well, we start with the farmers. A good, healthy relationship where the supplier, this farmer, is able to continue supplying great, high-quality coffee year after year. And we've learned that focusing on the women's groups is a big part of it. The women pay a lot of attention to the quality. And when we can coach the processing people to separate out the women's coffee and keep the women's coffee in its own supply chain, we win two ways. A, the quality is better, and B, the women are getting recognition for what they do in ways that they never got before, and that truly transforms their authenticity and their voice within their community. They now have economic status that they didn't have before, and that's how we get to the development goals that are actually kind of at the heart of why I do this.
And Ruth Ann, give us a little overview of how you act as a bridge between, Michigan and Africa, Rwanda, Ethiopia, and your customers here in the States or in North America.
We talk to the processors and understand their processes, not as much as they do, but pretty well. Then I talk to logistics people. I have relationships with my logistics people in Rwanda and Ethiopia. And I follow carefully as the coffee comes across oceans to North America. And then I know my customers. Artisan is a business-to-business business. Our customers are companies that buy raw coffee beans, green, and they roast them to make them brown and make them so that consumers everywhere can enjoy beautiful coffee. And we have to understand our customers' brand. And we work very hard at that.
When you look back on all of that, what do you think they value in terms of your brand?
Right. So I hear my customers talking about how what's really valuable is they can have a conversation with me and feel like they are getting the direct and real information about quality concerns that they have about how the coffee is grown or who the coffee is grown by and how it was processed. They value that validation of talking to the person who has seen it, who has been there and talked to the people who are processing it or growing it. There's a true value in that is easy to miss if you're not thinking about it.
So what I find fascinating about what Ruth Ann has done is this mix of both innovation around quality combined with the depth of her brand, which is this direct personal connection all the way back to the growers and the value that her customers place on what her brand means in this sort of altruistic way. So I'd be curious to know what you feel in your particular brand is this deepest sense of mission that you might have, or what the elements, this combination of elements of value that your customers recognize in the product or service that you offer.